think about like the journey of the software we use, like architectural design software. You might be surprised, a key player in the Slovenian architecture scene is actually reselling software designed in China.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what we're diving into today, ZWCAD Slovenia. So they're bridging continents and shaping the way buildings are designed.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how these global partnerships are changing technology, isn't it?
Totally. And the variety of software they offer ZWCAD Slovenia is a reseller for ZWSFT,
Right.
a Chinese software developer. And it seems like they have every stage of the design process covered.
Yeah, their diverse portfolio is super strategic. It lets them target like a way bigger market.
I see, yeah.
You know, from individual professionals all the way to big firms.
Right.
And they're not just thinking about the experts, they're thinking about everyone. Doesn't matter where you are in your design journey.
Yeah, like whether you're drafting your first 2D plan or you're creating some crazy complex BIM model, we've got you. Speaking of BIM, I know it stands for Building Information Modeling, but for those who don't know, it's like revolutionizing architecture.
Oh, for sure. It's going way beyond just drawing.
Right.
You're incorporating data, information about like everything in the building's life cycle.
Yeah, yeah.
And ZWCAD Slovenia offering those BIM solutions alongside the more traditional CAD options shows they get where the industry's going.
Future-proofing their clients.
Yeah.
And they're not just stopping at design. They've got software like Twinmotion, a visualization tool developed by Epic Games. You know, the Fortnite people.
Wow, and that is huge. Because these days, it's not enough to just design something. You've got to present it in a way that's engaging and, you know, realistic, beautiful even.
Yeah.
And Twinmotion lets architects make these amazing 3D visualizations that can really bring their designs to life.
Yeah, it's like, what's that saying? A picture's worth 1,000 words. This is like next level.
Totally. And when you're competing for clients, that edge that you get in your presentations, that can be everything. And this whole focus on visualization just shows that ZWCAD Slovenia get the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
They're not just giving you tools, right? They're helping their clients succeed by making sure they can, you know, showcase their work in the best way possible.
So smart. Now, their flagship product, ZWCAD, they're saying it's a direct competitor to AutoCAD, which is like, you know, the industry standard.
Right.
But they're really pushing this familiar interface, making it easier for users to transition without having to learn a whole new system.
Very smart. It makes it less scary to switch, you know, if you're used to something else.
For sure, yeah.
Like, hey, you can have all the cool features and power of this professional software, but you don't have to spend like weeks learning it.
Right. And they're not just relying on that. They also got recognized by G2, that software review platform, for being user-friendly. That's big in the CAD world, right?
Huge. User experience is everything.
Totally.
And they're going above and beyond to make their software like not intimidating.
Right.
You know, they want to empower the user.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not just about the software. They seem to be really invested in customer support and education too.
Oh yeah, that G2 recognition, that shows how important it is to them to make a great experience for the user. It's not just about how powerful the software is. And you can see that in how much they care about support and education. You know?
Yeah, and that really comes across in what you shared. They've got FAQs, activation guidance, free trials, specialized training courses. They want to make sure their clients are actually using the software.
Of course. Because if you train people properly, then they can actually use all the features. Right?
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
They're investing in their customer success, which means they're investing in their own success too, right?
Yeah.
Builds trust.
Exactly. Like, we're not just going to leave you to figure it out. We're going to give you the tools and the knowledge they want their clients to do well. That says a lot. But speaking of going above and beyond, you included their newsletter too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. It's like a blast from the past, you know? Who does newsletters these days?
It's true. But it's also a really nice personal touch, isn't it?
Totally.
It's like they're reaching out directly and saying, hey, here's what we've been up to.
And their latest one has some really interesting news.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're teasing an upcoming issue of this tech magazine, Računalnike Novice. It's Slovenian. Maybe we should try to find a copy.
Oh, for sure. I always love seeing how different parts of the world cover technology, you know?
Right.
Gives you a whole new perspective.
Yeah. They also talk about being at the ZWorld 2024 conference. Big deal in the design world, by the way. Brings together all the industry leaders, software developers, design professionals, talking about all the trends and innovations.
Right.
So for ZWCAD Slovenia to be there, That says a lot. It means they're really engaged internationally.
Absolutely. And it goes back to those global partnerships, doesn't it?
For sure. Yeah.
To be at a conference like that, maybe even presenting, it shows you're an expert.
Yeah.
You're a serious player on the world stage.
They're aiming high. It's not enough to just resell software. They want to be seen as the leaders, the innovators.
And they're doing the work.
They are. Which makes you wonder, how does a Slovenian company become so successful reselling software from a Chinese company in this global market? What's the secret?
That is the million-dollar question. It really speaks to how technology and partnerships are changing.
Totally. Makes you wonder what other unexpected collaborations and successes are out there.
It really shows you how important it is to find your lane, understand the market, and then support and educate to build that trust. Make your customers happy.
Yeah, they've figured it out, haven't they? It's not just about surviving. They're out there thriving in this whole tech world.
For sure. And that's what sets them up for, the future, for growing and changing.
Yeah.
Speaking of that newsletter you mentioned, it had that cool bundle they were promoting, the ZWCAD Professional 2025.
Yeah. With the CAD Profi suite. I thought that was interesting. It's like they're going for this whole, all-in-one solution instead of just selling individual software.
Right. It just shows that they get it.
Yeah.
They understand that having a good workflow is everything.
Yeah.
It's like they're anticipating what their clients need before they even know they need it.
Right.
They're giving them this whole package, all the tools that work perfectly together.
Makes it so easy.
Exactly. And easier is better, especially for users. And that focus on user experience, that's got to be a big reason why they're doing so well. We talked about that G2 recognition they got.
Yeah, for usability.
Right. Because it's not enough for the software to just be powerful. It also has to be not a nightmare to use.
Super important, especially for CAD software, which, let's be honest, can be really complicated.
Totally. But when you make it user-friendly, you're making it possible for more people to use it. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's like they're empowering this whole new generation of, architects and engineers, giving them the tools to create amazing stuff.
Oh, for sure. Okay, but speaking of amazing, we got to talk more about Twinmotion. Still can't get over the fact that it's made by the same people who make Fortnite. Epic Games.
I know, right?
Such a weird connection.
It just goes to show you that the lines between different types of tech are getting super blurry,
That's true.
You'd never think that a gaming company would be making software for architects.
Never.
But when you think about it, both of them are about making these really realistic, immersive digital worlds, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're pretty cool.
It is. And for ZWCAD Slovenia, it shows how forward-thinking they are. They're not just keeping up. They're looking for the coolest, most innovative thing, even if it comes from a totally unexpected place.
Totally.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to take risks and work with people who share their vision.
Yeah, which kind of brings us back to how have they been so successful? It's not just one thing. It's the software, the support, the global partnerships, and just being willing to try new things.
Yeah, it's like they've created this perfect little world around what they're selling.
Right.
And it's not just about the software, it's about the whole package.
The partnership. Yeah.
Exactly. They're invested in making their clients successful.
Clearly working. Now, what about this Računal Nikkei Novice magazine? You ever heard of it?
The name is familiar, but I haven't really looked into it.
Slovenian tech magazine.
It'd be really interesting to see what kind of stuff they write about.
Yeah.
And how they talk about ZWCAD Slovenia.
Totally. Maybe we can find a copy, share it with everyone.
Yes. That would be cool. We could get an insider's perspective on that Slovenian tech scene.
Right. Okay, and their newsletter also mentioned being at that Z-World 2024 conference, which huge for design. All the big names are there, right? Talking about what's next.
Absolutely. Being at a conference like that is a big deal.
Yeah.
For ZWCAD Slovenia, it shows they're serious about being leaders, about being on the cutting edge. They can connect with other people, show off their knowledge.
Exactly. Smart move if you want to grow, reach more people. It's like they're saying, hey, we're here, we're doing cool stuff, and we're ready for whatever's next.
Totally. And knowing them, they're only going to get bigger.
I think so too. It's really pretty amazing. They started as this reseller in Slovenia, and now they're a global player in the world of CAD.
It's a good reminder that with the right idea, and a good understanding of the market, you can do anything. And that to be successful globally, you need to understand what's going on locally and internationally.
Absolutely. It makes you wonder what they'll do next.
I know. What new tech are they going to find?
What other unexpected partnerships?
I can't wait to see. It's clear that they're not afraid to change with the times.
It's like they're not afraid to shake things up a little.
Yeah. And they started as just a reseller, you know?
Right. That's what's so impressive.
Shows what you can do with the right vision.
Totally.
Like they could have just kept reselling.
Yeah.
But they saw a chance to be more, you know, to really become something.
And they haven't forgotten where they came from either.
Right.
Like all that personal support, the education they offer, even the newsletter, shows that they care about actually connecting with their clients.
Exactly. You're not just a number to them.
Yeah, like they're people, not just a big corporation.
It makes a difference.
Big time. Okay, so we've learned a lot about ZWCAD Slovenia, but what does it all mean? What does their success tell us about, like, the future of tech?
Ooh, good question.
Globalization, partnerships, all that?
It's a really interesting case study.
Yeah.
And I think it shows just how important it is to have that global outlook now. You know, ZWCAD Slovenia, they were open to working with a company in China.
Right.
Didn't limit themselves.
Totally paid off.
Exactly. And that's how they became so successful, you know?
It's not just think globally, act locally anymore, is it? It's more like think globally, find the right partners, and understand both the local and the global.
Yes, exactly. And the other thing is, they built this whole support system. They didn't just sell software and peace out, you know? They're there for the customer every step of the way.
That's huge. Yeah.
It's about trust.
Totally.
It's not enough to just have a good product these days.
Nope.
You got to give people an experience.
So true. Okay, last thing for me. ZWCAD Slovenia, they're not afraid to adapt, to learn new things.
Oh, absolutely.
Tech is always changing, but they're ahead of the curve.
Right.
New partnerships, new technology, always adding value.
Always pushing the boundaries.
Love it.
Yeah.
So, as we wrap up, a question for you, the listener.
Ooh, I like it.
What other amazing tech stories are out there? Hidden gems waiting to be found? What unexpected team-ups are going to change the world?
The possibilities are endless.
Right. Keep your eyes open, because you never know what you'll find.
Stay curious.
This has been The Deep Dive. Thanks for exploring with us, and we'll catch you next time for another deep dive into something awesome.